The list of memorable TV shows from the last decade is long, because who could forget about Friends and the impact it made when it debuted? Or the loud buzz that developed when series like Living Single, Martin, Mad About You, and The King of Queens first hit. But which stars from those shows have gotten themselves into legal trouble and were accused of terrible crimes? We listed some of the celebs from 90s sitcoms who fit the category, described what they were accused of, and how things ended up for them. 1. Zachary Ty Bryan. Former Home Improvement star Zachary Ty Bryan has kept quiet about his 2020 arrest and the accusation that he assaulted his then-girlfriend in an apartment located in Eugene, Oregon. USA Today reported the incident back then and said police showed up at the residence after getting a call from neighbors about two people fighting. In their report, it says that Bryan impeded breathing and took her phone away when she tried to call 911. Police found the actor sitting outside when they arrived, and the woman was waiting in a neighbor's apartment. In February of 2021, Today reported that Bryan pled guilty to assault in the fourth degree, constituting domestic violence, as well as menacing, constituting domestic violence. Then after the guilty plea, other charges were dismissed, including strangulation, coercion, interference with making a police report, and harassment. Bryan was put on 3 years probation, had to attend a domestic violence program, and wasn't allowed to contact his ex in any way. Of course, he grew to fame by playing Brad Taylor on the ABC sitcom from 1991 to 1999. In more recent years, however, he's worn a producer's hat, producing the 2012 film Dark Tourist. 2. Charles S. Dutton. From Jail to Yale. That's how actor Charles S. Dutton described his journey from the Maryland State Penitentiary to one of the most prestigious schools in the United States. In 1967, Dutton, who starred in the 90s sitcom Rock, was charged with manslaughter and given a 5-year prison sentence. He then got caught with a weapon, which got him 3 more years. And after having a fight with a guard, 8 more years were tacked onto his sentence. So why did the actor get charged for manslaughter in the first place? It all had to do with a street fight and Dutton needing to protect himself. My manslaughter conviction came from a fight with a guy who stabbed me 7 times. He told the Los Angeles Times in 1990, "I wrestled the knife from him and killed him." The Maryland native also explained how he discovered acting, which came after a friend sent him a copy of playwright Douglas Turner's Day of Absence. Then after getting paroled, Dutton got his BA at Maryland's Towson State University before heading off to Yale's drama department. He spoke about his past criminal life with the Washington Post as well and said, although he used drugs in his younger years, his ultimate high came from something else. "I enjoyed knocking the expletive out of people." He explained in 2000, "I wasn't a bully. I would have been dead if I had been, but I enjoyed violence." 3. Tim Allen. Home Improvement star Tim Allen found himself in police custody on October 2, 1978, after being busted at Michigan's Kalamazoo Battle Creek International Airport with over a pound of cocaine found in his luggage. Soon after, he was slapped with a charge of possession with intent to distribute over 650 grams of a controlled substance and faced a possible life sentence, per the Oakland Press. Then, after pleading guilty and working with federal agents to convict others, Allen was sentenced to 3 to 7 years in federal prison and got out after serving 2 years and 4 months. Mr. Allen was very reluctant to spend the rest of his life in prison, so he decided to play ball, said a former FBI agent who knows of Allen's case. The actor and comedian also talked about that time of his life during an interview on the WTF with Marc Maron podcast, saying that he was just a college kid then, and he, as well as another person, took the fall for about 20 guys. Allen also said that he didn't believe his punishment would be so severe, but as time went on he began to adjust to his surroundings. Eventually, after 8 months, I got used to it, he explained. There were okay times. Saturday we got better food. Eventually, I went from a holding cell arrangement to my own cell. 4. Amanda Bynes. Amanda Bynes began acting at 7 years old, and by the time the 90s rolled around, she landed 2 shows, Nickelodeon's All That and The Amanda Show. But after fame increased and she began making a name for herself on the big screen, the actor made headlines after being accused of 2 separate hit-and-run incidents in 2012. The first accident occurred on April 6 of that year in Hollywood, California, according to CNN, when the former child star was accused of hitting a police cruiser while drunk. The second charge came from Bynes allegedly rear-ending another car in Los Angeles in August of 2012, as The Hollywood Reporter laid out. In the latter incident, it's said the She's the Man star drove away without waiting for police to arrive and didn't swap her insurance info with the driver of the other vehicle. Then in February 2014, it was reported that Bynes accepted a no-contest plea to reckless driving, which allowed a DUI charge to be dismissed. Over the years, it's been reported that Bynes has struggled with mental health. She was also put on a 72-hour involuntary psychiatric hold by California police in 2013, which, according to MTV, happened after she started a small fire in the driveway of a stranger in her hometown of Thousand Oaks, California. 5. Darius McCrary. Darius McCrary played a pretty wholesome guy on ABC's Family Matters, but according to his ex-wife Tammy Bronner, he was the opposite in real life. In 2017, as E! reported, Bronner, who used to play for the Harlem Globetrotters, was granted a restraining order after saying that McCrary physically abused her and their daughter, who was 1 year old at the time. Bronner also said the actor was a drug user who drank heavily, and the combination would often spark violent outbursts. She even accused him of dislocating their daughter's arm once, which he denied. Plus, TMZ reported that their daughter was diagnosed with an injury that's known to affect a lot of children called nursemaid's elbow, where the elbow is pulled and partially dislocated, per OrthoInfo. McCrary spoke about his daughter, as well as the accusations, during a TMZ interview and defended himself completely. None of these allegations are true, he said. More frustrating than anything is having to explain that you're not this monster. Then in February of 2019, McCrary and Bronner settled their custody dispute, with the ex-Globetrotter getting primary physical custody of their daughter and McCrary getting weekly visitation. 6. DJ Daniels. In 2012, Dorjan DJ Daniels was staring down a life prison sentence after being arrested for the fatal stabbing of a 26-year-old man named John Joseph Louis. It happened after a fight broke out at Chitava's Bar and Grill in Stockton, California, and besides Daniels, 2 others were arrested with him, Marcus McClyman and Juwayne Nunley. According to Recordit.com, all 3 men were charged with the murder, as well as gang activity. Plus, they were charged with the attempted murder of a woman who was also at the fight. Then in December of 2012, after D.L. Hewley testified for Daniels as a character witness, a jury acquitted the former child actor, and Nunley was also found not guilty. But McClyman received a guilty verdict and was sentenced to 12 years in state prison. Daniels spoke about his arrest during an interview with Vlad TV that was published in February of 2021, while also detailing how he felt when learning of his murder charge. "Honestly, I thought they had the wrong person," he said. "I thought it was just a fight." Hewley also spoke during that interview and talked about standing up for his TV son as a character witness. "I knew no matter what happened, I was walking out of there," the comedian explained. "But I knew if I didn't do it right, I could make the situation worse for him." 7. Paul Reubens. Paul Reubens, made famous by his character Pee Wee Herman and for starring in Pee Wee's Playhouse from 1986 to 1990, was arrested for owning child pornography in Hollywood, California in 2002. Police searched Reubens' home after his friend actor Jeffrey Jones, who played the principal in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, was arrested for the same thing. Reuben, who wasn't home during the search, turned himself into police and was facing a $2,500 fine, plus 1 year in prison, according to Entertainment Weekly. So guys, this was all about today's video. Share as much as you can, that really motivates us to create more content for you guys. With this, we end our video. Hope you liked the video. Do hit the like button down there. Comment down your views and do share with more of your friends. See ya. Take care.